flash, and in a short time you hear of him on the shores of Lake Erie or Michigan, or on the banks of the Mississippi, and wherever he goes, he makes an impression favorable to his purposes. Harrison's testimonial encapsulates the talents of this passionate and indefatigable co-architect, with his younger brother Tenskwatawa, of the greatest pan-Indian confederation the Western American Republic would ever confront. Their movement reached across nearly half of what was then the United States, from the icy upper reaches of the Mississippi River to the steamy bottomlands of the lower Alabama River. No other Indian leaders enjoyed such a broad appeal, and none would ever pose a graver threat to American expansion than Tecumseh and Tenskwatawa. At the height of their appeal, the Shawnee brothers mustered twice as many warriors as would Chiefs Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse on the Little Bighorn River some 3 generations later. Fables flower where facts are few or forgotten. Myths endure when people want to believe them. So it was with the Shawnee brothers. Tecumseh would come to personify for Americans all that was great and noble in the Indian character, as non-Indians, whites in the parlance of the time, perceived greatness and nobility. The reasons for this are obvious. Tecumseh advocated a political and military alliance to oppose U.S. encroachment on Indian land. This was something that whites could readily comprehend. Tecumseh, who was first and foremost a political leader, acted as they would have acted under similar circumstances. Tenskwatawa, on the other hand, offered a divinely inspired solution to Indian land dispossession and cultural dissolution, drawing on native tradition that was beyond white understanding. Tenskwatawa's person also repulsed whites. He was an unappealing, disfigured ex-alcoholic who as a boy had accidentally shot his right eye out with an arrow. A man devoid of talent or merit, a brawling, mischievous Indian demagogue, according to an Indian agent who knew the Shawnee brothers intimately. The same official admired Tecumseh as the exemplar of Shawnee manhood, a skilled hunter and cunning war leader, charitable, and an orator of rare eloquence. In a similar manner, history, biography, and folklore all came to deify Tecumseh and demonize his brother. The historian Alvin M. Josephi's 1961 work, The Patriot Chiefs, A Chronicle of Indian Leadership, epitomized this tendency. Anticipating D. Brown's seminal Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee by a decade, The Patriot Chiefs owed its considerable influence to Josephi's reputation as the leading non-Indian writer about Native Americans, a standing that his service as an advisor on federal Indian policy to Presidents Kennedy and Nixon cemented. Josephi singled out Tecumseh as the greatest of all the American Indian leaders, a majestic human who might have given all the Indians a nation of their own. He dismissed Tenskwatawa as a delusional charlatan, repeating a fabricated claim that Tecumseh tried to kill him after the Battle of Tippecanoe, and advancing the equally fallacious charge that Tecumseh expelled his brother from their village to wander alone and forgotten thereafter. This unfortunate process of elevating Tecumseh at Tenskwatawa's expense continued with the 1992 release of Alan Eckert's massive and entertaining blend of fact and fiction, A Sorrow in Our Heart, The Life of Tecumseh. Eckert incorporated an unconventional hidden dialogue technique to recreate the chief's conversations and thought. A biography that succeeds better as fiction and embellishes the historical record to the point of being suspect, a reviewer observed. A Sorrow in Our Heart relegated Tenskwatawa to the role of a sniveling conniver achieving renown largely through his brother's generosity. The British biographer John Sugden made enormous strides in resurrecting the historical Tecumseh with Tecumseh, A Life, published in 1997. Prodigiously researched, Sugden's work convincingly reconstructed Tecumseh's early years.